It was 12:40 a.m. when Daniel Hurst, a 27-year-old journalist, boarded the Midnight Express from Manchester Piccadilly to London Victoria. Rain lashed the platform, the kind that makes the air heavy and cold. The driver, an older man with deep wrinkles and a crooked smile, looked up from under his cap. "Long ride, mate. Try to sleep through it." Daniel stepped aboard. 12 passengers sat quietly, most half asleep, faces dimly lit by the overhead lights. The air smelled of wet clothes and diesel. The door hissed shut behind him. The bus rolled into the storm. As the city lights faded, fog crept over the motorway. The only sound was the wipers scraping back and forth. Daniel sat halfway down the aisle beside a window. Across from him sat a young woman in a red coat, head lowered, clutching a small handbag. At Stafford Services, the bus didn't stop. Daniel frowned. "Aren't we supposed to pick up more passengers?" he asked. The driver's voice floated back. "Not tonight." The road grew darker. The temperature dropped. Daniel's reflection in the window began to blur, as if something behind him was breathing on the glass. He turned. No one was there. But when he looked again, the woman in the red coat was staring straight at him. Her lips moved. No sound came out. An hour later, Daniel awoke with a start. The seat across the aisle was empty. The red coat lay folded neatly, but the woman was gone. He looked around. No one else seemed to notice. He stood and walked to the front. "Driver, the woman in red, she's disappeared." The driver's face stayed fixed on the road. "She gets off early," he muttered. Daniel frowned. "Where?" "We didn't stop." The driver didn't answer. Daniel turned to the other passengers. All 12 were staring forward, unmoving. Their skin looked pale, waxy. He sat down quickly, pulse racing. The bus turned off the main road and onto a smaller, mist-covered lane. Daniel checked his phone. No signal. He opened maps. The screen flickered, then froze. They were nowhere. The fog thickened, swallowing the headlights. The driver slowed. "This stretch is cursed," he whispered. "The A500 bypass bus crashed here years ago." Daniel leaned forward. "What crash?" The driver gave a hollow laugh. "Same route. Same number, every passenger dead." Daniel looked out the window and gasped. In the ditch below, half covered by vines and rainwater, sat a rusted wreck of an old bus. Same color, same markings. Midnight Express 221. Lightning flashed. For a second, he saw people sitting inside that wreck staring up at him with empty eyes. He turned back. The passengers on his bus now looked burned, their faces blackened, their clothes torn. Daniel stumbled backward, shouting, "Stop the bus!" The driver's eyes were milky white. "You already reached your stop, lad." The bus lurched. The tires screeched. The vehicle spun off the wet road and crashed through a barrier. Glass shattered, metal screamed, then silence. Daniel woke to the smell of smoke. He crawled out through a broken window. Rain poured. The bus behind him was crushed against an old oak. He turned to call for help, but the bus was gone. Only the torn barrier and skid marks remained. In the distance, the faint sound of an engine echoed, as if the bus was still moving through the fog. At dawn, a patrol car found Daniel's phone on the roadside near Milton Keynes. It was still recording a voice memo. The final words were his own. "They were all dead before I got on." No trace of the bus or passengers was ever found.